Well, it's time to take a look at the best thing to happen in the Sonic Boom universe. Other than the toys, of course.
I see it, and now it's all within my reach. I see it now. It's always been inside of me. And now I feel so free. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility.
Everyone, and today I'm taking a look at Sonic Boom, the TV show, because in case you don't know, a couple of years ago, it was announced by Sega that they would be making a brand new spin-off series for the Sonic universe. Now, don't worry, Sega said that what happened in the main universe with all the characters, it would stay the same. It wouldn't change anything. But for the new universe, it's non-canon and it doesn't affect the main storyline in any way for the main games. With this, there were 3 games that were made during this time of the Sonic Boom games. There were 2 3DS titles, Fire and Ice and Shattered Crystal, and they were okay at best. And then we got Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. To this day, I still consider it to be the worst Sonic game ever made. No, I'm not even joking. I'd rather play through Sonic 06 and Free Riders over this garbage. But there was also a TV show that was aired for Cartoon Network, and while it was very short-lived, it was still a great TV show, and I consider it to be the best Cartoon Network show of the 2010s, with some exceptions like Ben 10 Omniverse. But hey, it's 10 million times better than garbage like Teen Titans Go, the Powerpuff Girls remake, a lot of the remakes that they made during the 2010s, and of course, the garbage known as Steven Universe. There, I said it, Steven Universe is garbage, okay? I said it, and I'm not taking it back. But anyway, let's talk about this TV show and explain why I like it so much. First off, the plot. There's not much of a main storyline going on. Like, there are some episodes, like in Season 2, there's a story arc called Robots in the Sky, where basically there is this robot utopia and Eggman takes it over, and yeah. And there is a 2-part finale in the Season 2 finale, but still. It's more of a sitcom, slice-of-life comedy. And I feel like a lot of the jokes do work. And while there is character changes to the group, and there are redesigns, I really like the redesigns, and they all fit their characters very well. Tails is the thinker of the group, so him having like this utility belt and goggles makes sense. Amy's redesign doesn't change much. All they changed was that her dress is a little different, and she ate worse pants. So yeah. And Sonic, all they did was just add him a scarf and make his arms blue. While with Knuckles, they gave him fingers, and they made him an idiot. Well, to be fair, in modern games, he is an idiot, so yeah. Dr. Eggman was the character that stayed mostly the same along with Sonic. He didn't really get that much change to his character, and they even had Orbot and Cubot from Sonic Colors, Generations, and Lost World and Forces in this show, which was pretty funny. And there are a lot of new characters that are mostly just side characters, like Comedy Chimp, Dave the Intern, which is actually a pretty funny character, and of course, Leroy the Turtle with some other characters. Now, I'll fully admit, this show does have some problems. Like, in Season 2, man, the animation kind of dips in a lot of episodes. There are some episodes where it looks really good, especially in the series finale, but yeah. And a lot of this show is mostly about telling jokes rather than telling a compelling story, which I'm okay with. I'm fine with going for a comedy. In fact, I love comedies. In fact, The Office, while yes, it does have a storyline throughout the show, most of the episodes are just about goofing off and telling jokes, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Same happens here. While sure, yeah, there are some jokes that don't work, and there are some episodes that I don't like. There are some episodes that I think are really funny. Some of my favorites include the episode where Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles form their own boy band just to get rid of Justin Bieber because he has a mind control device in his songs that make the girls go gaga for him. And since it's a parody of Justin Bieber, I honestly wouldn't question that in the real world if Justin Bieber or any other famous singer did that. But still, and there are some episodes where like it does have a ridiculous premise, but it works in my opinion. Like there's an episode where Eggman gets injured in a fight and attempts to sue Sonic for damages to his neck. And it's honestly a pretty funny court case episode with Knuckles being a complete dunderhead, and it's a really funny episode. And of course, they introduced a new character named Six the Badger, and she's a lunatic. She always thinks about... She's that type of person who's all like, oh, the robo apocalypse is 9, the government is listening to us, and everything's going to go to destruction because of a microwave. She's an out there character, but I think she's hilarious. And a lot of the episodes, while they're mostly filler, they're still fun to watch. I can just go back and rewatch these episodes. Mostly from Season 1. Season 2 has some hit or miss episodes. They do have some great ones in my opinion. Like, especially the series finale, and also episodes like an episode where the gang has to have a soccer ball match with robot duplicates of themselves. And also, one of my favorite episodes from Season 1 is an episode where Metal Sonic frames Sonic for stealing stuff. That's one of my favorite episodes because of Metal Sonic showing up. And I'll talk more about Metal Sonic when I do my Sonic the Hedgehog OVA review, so yeah. And of course, this show has Shadow the Hedgehog in both season finales. And I'm not gonna lie, sorry. We're not gonna lie. When I first saw Shadow the Hedgehog in this show, I freaked out because Shadow is one of my top 3 favorite Sonic characters along with Dr. Eggman and Sonic. And when I saw his reveal in the show, I was amazed. And I was kind of worried since I'm not a big fan of Chris Thornton as Shadow. Look, I'm sure he's a nice dude and all, but man, and stuff like games such as, for example, Generations and in both Sonic Boom games, his voice did not work with me at all. He just sounded like he was trying way too hard to be edgy. But here, they actually make fun of it, and he's actually pretty cool in this show, and I especially love his ruthlessness. In fact, while I do like Shadow as like a hero and anti-hero, I really love him being a villain in this show, especially how brutal he is to Sonic and the gang. It is just brutal. If this show was R-rated, he'd be killing people with chaos control instantly. And also, Dr. Eggman is by far the best character in this show. He is hilarious, and there are some weird episodes, like, for example, there's an episode where he actually has his own hotel, and there's an episode where he makes evil cookies with his mustache hair to make Sonic's friends turn into basically mindless minions for them, and Sonic reverses it by making a Sonic cookie and gives it to Eggman, and he becomes super fast and blue. It's hilarious in my eyes. And yeah, the show is really well done. Now you're probably wondering, if I like it so much, why was it canceled? Because of the low ratings it got. Because, here's the thing, Cartoon Network decided to make sure the air dates were released in basically, like, say, 6 or 7 in the morning, and that is ridiculous in my opinion, and there was barely any trailers for it, and yeah. And when Season 2 came around, they only showed the first 2 episodes. Then they moved it to Boomerang, where it died out after its Season 2 finale, which is kind of sad, because I would have loved to see a Season 3 where, like, Shadow slowly becomes a good guy and becomes a member of Team Sonic. It would have been an awesome choice. Though I will say there are some episodes I don't like. Like, there's one episode where Sonic and the gang become role models, and there's, like, this platypus who's all like, you have to be very good role models, so in case you break any rules, I will blow his whistle at you, and it gets annoying after a while. And there is an episode where it's basically like Good Neighbors from SpongeBob, where Knuckles bullies this guy for no reason, and it gets annoying after a while. But other than that, I loved Sonic Boom, and I'm kind of disappointed it got canceled. Also, if you're wondering what's wrong with my voice, throat problems, but I still decided, you know what, screw it, I'm going to record this video for you guys, so yeah. Anywho, my personal rating for Sonic Boom is a 9 out of 10. It's not high art by any means, but I personally had a blast rewatching it, and I hope to rewatch it in the future. That being said, join me next time as we look at the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA. See you all later, and bye.